Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito. I am your host, Darien.
I'm your other host, Landon.
And we are back from our Christmas break. We hope you all had a great Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, all that. I'm a little rusty. I kind of forgot what the role things were. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Today, we have a plethora of stuff for you. We got Marvel, we got DC, we got games, you name it. We got it. Let's talk. We have a lot of news today.
Yeah.
By the way. We're catching up.
Yeah, we have so much news, we don't even have time to talk about what have we even been up to.
Exactly.
Crazy.
But we do, so we're going to do that real quick.
Oh, well, never mind.
How have you been, quickly?
I've been good. I've had a good break. I've been on a really big Marvel Spider-Man. I don't know what you call it, but I'm really wanting to see the sequel right now. And I keep watching videos I saw back when the sequel was announced. It's like I am Marvel Spider-Man 2 on crack right now. I don't know how you describe it, but I'm obsessed with a game that's not even out yet. How about you though?
I've been good. I had a good holiday. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Snap, actually.
I haven't played it.
I've just been getting into that. I mean, just like something I'll do when I'm bored. I'm like, I'll play some Marvel Snap. And I'm on there. But yeah, that's pretty much been about it. I've been kind of hanging out, watching things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't think of anything big.
Yeah.
Nothing. But with that being said, I want to go ahead and get into the news.
Hold on. I guess it's kind of a big thing that happened as we hit 600.
Well, that was actually what I was going to get into first. So that kind of good segue into that. We, as of recording this right now on January 7th, 11:10 p.m., we are at 627 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Our last video we put out, it's 767 views, our most viewed episode ever.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it's incredible. I'm very glad. Happy all y'all found us, and here's the many more of y'all to join.
Yes. The goal now is to hit 1K. And when we do, maybe we'll have a celebration. I don't know.
Lord knows what we'll have.
Champagne and tuxedos.
I guess champagne, but no tuxedo.
Okay. But yes, thank you all so much. The new subs, old subs alike, stick with us this whole time. 2023 is going to be a fun year for us. And let's go ahead and kick it off with the first piece of news for 2023. You ready?
Yep.
All right. This actually comes from Ryan Coogler, director of Black Panther and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, about what the original story for the movie was going to be.
Okay.
Before Chadwick died, obviously. He says that this is exactly what he says in the interview. It was, what are we going to do about the blip? In Infinity War, T'Challa is one of the billions of people who suddenly vanish, only to be brought back by the Avengers 5 years later. This was the challenge. It was absolutely nothing like what we made. It was going to be a father-son story from the perspective of a father, because the first movie had been a father-son story from the perspective of the sons. In the script, T'Challa was a dad who had this forced 5-year absence from his son's life. The first scene was an animated sequence. You hear Nakia talking to Toussaint, which is T'Challa's son. She says, "Tell me what you know about your father." You realize that he doesn't know his dad was the Black Panther. He's never met him, and Nakia is remarried to a Haitian dude. Then we cut to reality, and it's the night that everybody comes back from the blip. You see T'Challa meet the kid for the first time. Then it cuts ahead 3 years, and he's essentially co-parenting. We had some crazy scenes in there for Chad, man. Our code name for the movie was Summer Break, and the movie was about a summer the kid spends with his dad. For his 8th birthday, they do a ritual where they go out into the bush and have to live off the land. But something happens, and T'Challa has to go save the world, and his son on his hip. That was the movie. And then he was asked, was Namor still the villain in the original Wakanda Forever? And he said, yeah, but it was a combination. Val, the CIA director, was much more active. It was basically a three-way conflict between Wakanda, the U.S., and Talokan, but it was all mostly from the child's perspective. The dynamic of the U.S. being an instigator and Western powers being an instigator, that always existed. It wasn't, oh, we need to find a reason to make this character exist. It was, oh, this is already in here and there's this wonderful actress available. It always starts from the story and the ideas. Nobody was shoehorned in or asked to be put into the movie or anything like that. Actually, in this version, Julie Louis-Dreyfus's role was pared back in order to make space for dealing with T'Challa's death. And we had Val in there before she even appeared in any of the other movies, before Black Widow and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. People assume that we were told to put her in, but she was there from the beginning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's a completely different movie than what we saw.
Yeah, very, very different. Yeah. Surely, I think for everyone, there's like a part of them that wish we got that movie. Which is impossible, but no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm still happy what we got though. There's no movie that's ever, as far as I know, that's ever been like this, where they made a movie that was very successful, but now the actor who's played the character has died.
Yeah.
What do you do now? And I think for what they did, man, it was pretty good.
It was. I thought I'd read that. Sounded like a nice little story there. Yeah. Moving on here, Marvel Studios reportedly had, past tense, plans for Shang-Chi 2 to release before Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. So this is so past tense, meaning this has changed. I guess after the whole them looking back at what all their stuff and fixing some things release wise. I have a theory. Now, back in when was Comic-Con? July?
July, yes.
Yeah. So I think a day before Comic-Con, a bunch of titles leaked. I don't know if you remember this. One of them, the two of them were Avengers Secret Wars, Avengers Kang Dynasty, and another was Captain America New World Order. And a lot of them, everyone says these are some of them are comics, some of them are movies, some of them are shows. And I think we did talk about it on here at one point back during the summer. But one of the titles was Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time. I think that is the title for the second Shang-Chi movie, and that it's going to take place. It's be one of those three projects in between Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. And it's going to be dealing with the aftermath of Kang Dynasty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Now, the ideal Shang-Chi 2 was to bring in Iron Fist and have them fight, but I still want that to happen, but it still could.
Yeah, it still could.
Yeah, but I thought I'd put that on there. Get some Shang-Chi 2 information. Next up, some Daredevil Born Again stuff. This kind of surprised me. That it will reportedly not have a mature rating, despite previous rumors.
Oh, well. Okay. That's well,
I don't think Daredevil. Okay, this is my thoughts on this. Now, I wish it did have a mature rating, but if I want to see mature Daredevil, I'll go watch the Netflix show. I think Daredevil doesn't have to be mature to be good.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be dark. It's not going to be like super mature, like bloody, like the way it was in the Netflix show. Because then it would be just copying the Netflix show, and then what's?
Well, I'd like the same tone to kind of.
Yeah, it's going to be dark. He's a dark and broody guy. Mm-hmm. He made jokes in She-Hulk because, it was a She-Hulk show.
It's the She-Hulk show.
Yep. This starts filming. This starts filming next month, I think, and goes until December. 11 months is what it was. And they're filming in New York, so that's good.
That's a long filming.
18 episodes.
Yeah.
And we still don't know how long they're going to be. I doubt it's going to be 18, 20-minute episodes. It's probably going to be like 18, 45-minute episodes. They're filming this like they would film an actual TV show.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it would be.
Mm-hmm. And also kind of related to Daredevil Born Again is Echo, which is being written by the people who wrote Better Call Saul. I gotta mention that every time I talk about Echo, just so you're reminded, like, oh yeah, I'm interested in this show.
I know, because I was like, Echo, I don't give a crap. And then you're like, Better Call Saul. I was like,
Oh yeah, okay, I love the show.
like on the planet. On the final season of that show. You're there soon. Very excited.
We were talking about this show. Well, they talked about this show. It was going to come out summer of this year. But now, after Marvel Studios has done their whole what do you call it, shifting of priorities and stuff, this show is now set to premiere in early 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Apparently, they got through filming it, or they were about to be through filming it, but they just didn't like the direction it was going, and they didn't really like some of the stuff in it, so they're completely redoing a bunch of it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. On Echo, obviously, being, for those of you out there that don't know, the spinoff for Hawkeye about Maya Lopez. They didn't call her Echo in the show in Hawkeye, but I assume she'll get that name in this for some reason. Her powers, from what I remember in the comics, kind of are similar to Taskmaster a bit, but not really. She can copy people's like fighting styles, but that's about it. Like, it's not like exact copy like Taskmaster did with like Spider-Man's move and Black Widow and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go.
Echo early 2024. I thought this was nice. I don't know when it comes out. I don't think they've said, but this year, right? Yeah, would have been Stan Lee's 100th birthday. It would have been his big year this year. The sensational centennial is what his Instagram called it.
Yeah.
And Disney announced.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, here. Fish yours. Okay.
Disney announced that they will release Disney Plus. Actually, said they will release Stan Lee, an original documentary, streaming this year.
Okay.
I think this would be a fun extra beef.
That would be a fun extra beef.
Stan Lee documentary, talk about the history of Marvel.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to see because sometimes they have like stuff on there that's just like not true. No, it's not true, but more or less kind of truth, but very spun out, like very exaggerated.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to see of like what, I don't know if they will do that. I hope not. I hope they just everything's pretty accurate. But I mean, I'm excited to see what this whole. I don't know what it's about, but you know what I mean. I'm excited to see the whole story.
Yeah. I know a little bit about his story. I got this book at Ollie's, actually, called I think it was the Marvel Studios story, and it was talking about how like a comic book publisher turned into a massive multi-billion-dollar movie company or whatever. Yeah. And it literally starts at the beginning of Marvel Comics and goes through, and that's how I've learned a lot of information. And it talked a lot about Stan Lee and how he rose up to the top, and well, I also talked about Kevin Feige a lot in there. So yeah, it's a pretty good book. It was a good book, though. I definitely recommend picking that up if anyone's interested in some of that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, here we go. This is exciting. Now this is a rumor, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it. That Marvel Studios is reportedly developing 2 more Halloween specials for Disney Plus.
Oh, I hope it's the same guy. I'm not him.
I don't know if it's gonna be the same guy.
I hope he's doing something again this.
Yeah, it would be nice. I think he'll do something that could spin off of Werewolf by Night. Man-Thing's supposed to be getting his own, which I'm pretty sure will be this year. Mm-hmm. And then next year, I'm guessing is the next one. And I mean, it could be Ghost Rider.
I like that. I mean, I love the
Or it could be Mephisto.
I mean, straight up, Werewolf by Night was like my favorite Disney Plus thing of all time so far. So I mean, I don't think ranking on the list. I mean, I can't remember when I ranked on the list, but the more I think about it, the more I love Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, it's very good. And hey, and then the second Halloween special could be Moon Knight versus Werewolf by Night or something like that.
Should be.
That would be cool. Like a whole fight, kind of like a monster, not like a monster fight, like Godzilla versus Kong, but like something like that. Just like advertise this giant fight that's gonna go down between, like, I want it to be like Obi-Wan, Darth Vader level, like hyping up.
Oh yeah.
Like they're like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get the Moon Knight versus the werewolf. Yeah, that'd be so great. That comic was good.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they can hype it up, right, it'd be great.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just speculation. But yeah, 2 more Halloween specials. I got to get a screenshot for this next piece of news. Let me go look at it. There we go. I have information about from some very reliable leakers, Daniel RPK. I don't know. I forgot what this stands for, but MTTSH and CWGST. I know CWD, the CW whatever thing is. Can we get some toast? Which is a leaker on Twitter, and him and Daniel RPK work together a lot. So they're very reliable. You can go follow them, and you get some of the news early for the episodes on here if you want to be in the know beforehand. But obviously, everything we talk about is still with a grain of salt because some stuff can be changed. Like originally, we talked that Echo is going to come out this year, and we were all this information about it, but now not happening. Next year. But here is the news on Captain America: New World Order. Val will be appearing in the movie. I could have guessed that.
Yeah.
Adamantium is going to first appear in this movie. It'll show up on Tiamat Island. Now, Tiamat Island is the giant celestial that was coming out of the Earth in Eternals. It's finally playing into the story. And Cersei, the girl that turned it into the giant frozen, turned it in ice or whatever, or maybe she didn't turn it into ice. She may have turned it into adamantium.
Yeah. I think she turned it into...
I don't know, because apparently adamantium is on that island. Unless it's inside of the celestial.
Hey, inside the celestial, I'll be into that.
Yeah. It'll show up on the island, and countries will go to war over it, being an open resource on unclaimed land that could be more valuable than vibranium. That ties into Wakanda Forever with the whole story of the government wanted the vibranium, and they kind of said, no, you can't have it. And so they just had to dig underwater, and that didn't work. So now they're like, what's the next best thing right here? Could be stronger than vibranium, so they're going to try to go after it.
Yeah.
Sam is going to be looking to assemble a new team of Avengers to take down President Ross in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
President Ross.
It's everything but a Captain America movie.
Yes. President Ross. This is kind of like Civil War. President Ross will be the main villain, with multiple villains making appearances in the film. Now, President Ross also being played by Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah. I was Henry Cavill. I'm like, that's not right.
No. This is President Ross, multiple villains. We don't know who. I've heard some rumors going around, and I'll probably go ahead and mark this off the list since it was a piece of news. But I've heard rumors by Daniel RPK and some of these leakers that did this that the Serpent Society is happening, and that could be in that movie.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. It says President Ross, multiple villains, and countries will attempt to claim Tiamat Island and its adamantium for themselves. And there's rumors that Tiamat Island is eventually going to turn into Genosha, which is a home for mutants in the comics and the animated series.
Genosha?
Genosha. It was in the first season.
Yeah, it's a very big thing in X-Men. Of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like somewhat like a Holocaust island for mutants.
Yeah. And that's what everyone's thinking. Apparently, that's what the rumor is, that Tiamat Island is going to be that eventually. And I guess they'll carve out the inside of the head like they did with Nowhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll find out next year, right? I think that's when that movie comes out. What's next here? Tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Well, when you're seeing this, yes, tomorrow. Which will be Monday, January 9th. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania's next trailer is going to be debuting.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to be in this trailer. I know, obviously more Kang, probably.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for. I wouldn't be surprised. Tickets should be going on sale soon because we're almost a month out.
Yeah. So probably tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, it's a possibility. But yes, we will be reviewing this next week since, the unfortunate timing of our release schedule is that we record on weekends and then all the good stuff comes out on the weekdays. It's a shame.
Yeah, unfortunately, but whatever.
Speaking of unfortunate things, let's talk about Jeremy Renner. Yeah. So let me get up the screenshot so I can be correct with my information here. So what day was it? Last Sunday, I think. Yeah. What was last Sunday?
Start of the new year.
Yeah, exactly. It was literally the first New Year's Day. This news came out saying that Jeremy Renner was in critical but stable condition with injuries suffered after experiencing a weather-related accident while plowing snow. The accident is said to have took place earlier that day, and Renner was airlifted to the hospital. And so I stayed up to date on this to make sure what was going on. News had come out about a day later saying he was conscious, speaking after the accident, and he went surgery. Apparently, I gotta see where it's at here. Let me look this up. So I'm not. He was helping a neighbor that was stranded on the road with their car, and they just had a snowstorm. And the snowplow he was on, when he's off of it, and he was helping them. He was going to get back on, and it started rolling. So he tried to jump back on it, and it crushed him, basically. Yeah. Let me find where some of this information is at. You think it'd be the first thing that pops up on Google.
Jeremy Renner. Oh yeah, I saw it. It was. Yeah, I remember everybody talking about it.
Yeah. It says by Yahoo News, Jeremy Renner was completely crushed underneath a snowcat and had difficulty breathing after he was involved in a snowplow accident on New Year's Day. Airlifted to local hospital after suffering blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries. He was reportedly the only involved party in the incident. Dispatch reported a subject was moaning loudly in the background of a call at 8:58 where serious bleeding was recorded. Seconds later, dispatch wrote subject is bleeding heavily from his head and other unknown injuries. It was noted that the caller wasn't sure where all the blood is coming from. Additionally, the log stated that it believed Renner's right side of his chest is collapsed and upper torso is crushed. Yeah, he was breathing out of only one lung. I know that.
Woo!
Yeah. See, they were... Okay, yeah. He had all kinds of injuries, but is currently breathing and conscious. That was that day. Let's see. Yeah, he posted out on Instagram a picture of himself saying, thank you all. I'm too messed up to type, but thank you for the well wishes. And he posted another thing on his story of his mom or his sister giving him a shower or whatever with the cap on his head.
Yeah.
And he was kind of talking a little bit in that. And he posted another picture also with him and the staff of the hospital. So it seems like he's doing well now.
Yeah. I know there's a rumor he was going to possibly lose his leg. Is that still...
I don't think that was a rumor, but I don't know how true that rumor was. But for what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem like that's an issue anymore.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
Wow, this is crazy. The snowcat that crushed him was 14,000 pounds.
Dang.
Yes, we are very glad. We almost lost our Hawkeye in the very first day of the year. We're very glad that he's doing okay. Well wishes to the family and to Jeremy Renner himself. Gosh, he's a real life superhero. He got hurt trying to save somebody.
I love what you texted me. You're like, it's like, dude, it just started. The year just started.
Yeah, I was like, 2023 just started. It hasn't even 24 hours yet.
Yeah, no, because it happened at like 9 p.m. That's when it was reported. It was like at 9 p.m.
Yeah. It happened at 8 in the morning. It says, or no. I think no, it did happen in the morning. Yeah, 8:58 a.m.
Good Lord, man! He had like a New Year's party, and next thing you know, he's just like,
yeah,
oh my God, that's freaking snowplow.
Yeah, but we're glad he's okay. Had a little bit of scare there. All right, let's move on here. Real quick, for those of you who haven't seen Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, I've seen it the one time, and I do want to watch it again because I want to see it a second time. And it will be streaming on Disney Plus on February 1st. It's a little bit longer than normal for the theater to streaming gap for these Marvel movies. It would have been this month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would have.
Yep. But February 1st, we get to watch Black Panther: Wakanda Forever again on Disney Plus.
Awesome.
All right. WandaVision actress Deborah Jo Rupp, who played I know her character. I don't know her character's name. She was the wife of Vision's boss. She's in a lot of the episodes.
Yeah, she's in that 70s show.
Yes, the mom in that 70s show, and that 80s show, and that 90s show.
Yeah. Is she in the 80s show? No way.
I thought she was, wasn't she?
I don't think she was.
If she's in the 90s show, she's got to be in the 80s show, right?
Yeah, but that was like a weird, stupid spinoff nobody liked.
Oh. Okay. And maybe not. But
no, he's not in it. No,
okay. No. I don't know. I just assumed because it would make sense. But she will be returning in Agatha: Coven of Chaos. Now, this comes after we also learned that the woman who played Dottie, which was like the neighborhood bully or whatever, is also going to be in it. It seems this show is going to take place in Westview.
Yeah.
So we're going back. I guess we're going to see the aftermath of what Wanda did, which I'm interested in. I don't know when the show's coming out. I don't think it's coming out this year. It was supposed to come out in December, but I'm pretty sure they're only doing 3 shows and 3 movies a year now. So it's probably been pushed back till next year.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm interested in this show.
So,
a whole Catherine Hahn led TV show.
Mm-hmm. I love Catherine Hahn. Honestly, I think
she's really good in. I don't know if you've seen it. It's out on Netflix right now. It's a movie, Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. I never saw Knives Out, but I watched this because I've heard stuff. I actually really watched it because of Edward Norton, but the movie was really good actually, and I had Dave Bautista in it, and Edward Norton obviously, and Catherine Hahn.
Did you know that? I found this out the other day. It's not really Marvel is, but dang, Edward Norton's like
related to Pocahontas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Little
that's kind of Marvel related. Marvel actor.
Is Edward Norton's related to
maybe he'll be back in Secret Wars. We'll see. Anyway, Dave Bautista, speaking of him, he did confirm that he will be saying goodbye to Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I'm interested. Okay. Well, I'm not interested.
I was like, of course you're interested.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, kind of like no duh. Yeah. Well, not no duh, but like, okay, he pretty much said that he's dead in Guardians 3 or something. Yeah.
This was, this is what his tweet said or message or whatever it was. He said, I'm so grateful for Drax. I love him, but there's a relief that it's over. It wasn't all pleasant. It was hard playing that role. The makeup process is beating me down. I just don't know if I want Drax to be my legacy. It's a silly performance, and I want to do more dramatic stuff.
He was kind of like dissing The Rock a bit.
He was?
Yeah, he's all like, what did he say? He's like, yeah, I'd really like to be a big, loved and respected actor. Like, I don't want to misquote him on the show.
I mean, we've made our fair share of fun at The Rock too, so
yeah. What happened? I don't want to quote him, so I'm just gonna just forget about it.
Yeah. All right.
But he says he wants to be like a loved, respected actor or something.
Huh.
I can't fully remember what happened.
That's fine. Here's some good news. Well, I guess depending on who listens to it, I think it's good news. Avengers Secret Wars will reportedly visit different universes within the multiverse in a very similar way to how Endgame traveled to different time periods within the MCU.
Okay.
So they're gonna, I guess, a group will go to this universe, group will go to this universe, and get these people to and bring them. Like, we need your help. Let's go fight Kang or whatever.
Yeah, I know it was a
waiting for the Avengers to show up at Wolverine, and he's just like, "What?"
I know you're saying a very big. I don't know if you something news, but like apparently like the quantum realm.
Yeah, the quantum realm, as it is also able to be used to go through time, it can be also used to go through multiverse. Which, I mean, time in the multiverse is kind of like intermingled the way Loki made it seem. So, I mean,
very much so.
Yeah. Because all the branches of the timelines are different universes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, that could work. I mean, I feel like that would make sense.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I'm excited for Secret Wars. Ever since I read that news, it was said that Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman are going to meet and they're going to fight together in Secret Wars. I was like, take my money. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, Tobey. I mean, I don't know. More Tobey, the better.
You're going to see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine together on the screen at the same time.
That's
going to be something I never ever. I only saw that in YouTube thumbnails.
I know, some fake YouTube thumbnails.
Now it's real.
No, it's really happening. I'm
still in disbelief. I'm still probably going to be in disbelief until the movie comes out or we see a trailer.
Yeah, but
I guarantee that trailer is not going to show us anybody from the multiverse.
It'll show Tobey.
It could show the two Spider-Man.
It could show the two Spider-Man.
Yeah. But I don't think anybody else. They're going to keep that a surprise. I feel like this is going to be an emotional movie. The rumor had it that Doctor Strange was going to die in that movie. But I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that was like, I only saw that at one place. So,
that one place says.
I don't remember what it was like on Twitter. And you can hardly trust stuff on Twitter.
Some random guy on Twitter gave you all the news.
I assumed it was a reliable leaker, but that's why we didn't really touch on it too much on the show. But yeah, Avengers Secret Wars. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too.
Next piece of news here is last year, or last episode that we did, we talked about some casting for Fantastic Four, and some rumored people that were in talks for the roles. Like I think Diego Luna was for Mr. Fantastic, and I don't remember the girl's name for Sue Storm, but a new report has come out saying that Marvel Studios is still in the process of casting for Fantastic Four, so they haven't really made much progress with that yet.
I swear, man.
I mean, the movie comes out in, 2 years from now, so I mean, they have time. They start filming next year anyway, I think.
They better have something this upcoming Comic-Con.
We'll see. We might. The casting now, they might announce the cast then. But yeah.
Oh.
All right. This is some Across the Spider-Verse information. I mean, you could probably have assumed this, but then again, a lot of people, including me, kind of wanted it to happen. But Nick Cage has confirmed that he has not had any talks with Sony and Marvel about returning to voice Spider-Man Noir.
That sucks.
Yeah, so he will not. Well, I mean, unless he's lying, but...
Yeah, I can't really see why he would lie about that.
Well, think about Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, but that's different. That's like a whole different situation. Because I guess he could have been like, yeah, well, I mean, really, the name creators of the thing confirmed that Spectacular Spider-Man's coming back.
Well, that's true. Who knows? But yeah, no Spider-Man Noir. I'm also guessing no Spider-Pig. Spider-Ham. Sorry, not Spider-Pig. That's from Simpsons.
Yeah. They'll find out John Mulaney will announce that.
I'd love that. Anyway, I thought I'd throw that in there. We have a runtime for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The movie is going to be 2 hours and 5 minutes long, which is the longest of any of the Ant-Man movies.
Which is good. And
Yeah.
I hate it too, so I hope it's just as good as one.
The first comment I saw was too short. Like Jesus.
No, that's a good amount of time for Ant-Man.
Yeah, how long was the first Ant-Man? Let me look. Runtime. 117 minutes. So, wait.
It's about 2 hours.
2 hours? Yeah.
It's
I don't know I don't know why I wasn't like using my brain just then to be like 120 minutes is 2 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just under 2 hours, hour and 50 something. What was Ant-Man 2's runtime? I feel like that one was shorter. Yeah. Oh no, it's about the same. Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp are both about an hour and 57, hour and 58.
Oh, I gotcha.
They're both an hour and 58, so they're the exact same runtime. And this one is going to be about 5 minutes longer. Wow. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hope it's good, just so I can be more entertained.
You did put this as your most anticipated project for 2023, MCU wise.
Yeah.
I put Guardians 3, which is still Guardians 3, because my God, that movie, I already know. It's gonna, I don't know. I just can't wait. Yeah. Ant-Man 3, 2 hours and 5 minutes. Now we're going to be getting into more information that I have on screenshots. But you know it's good if I got a screenshot of it. All right, let's see here. Let me get these screenshots up real quick. But this is some Thunderbolts information. Movie Thunderbolts will end Phase 5, which Phase 5 does start next month with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yeah.
Now, Thunderbolts is also going to tie in to what Captain America 4 is setting up with all the Tiamat Island and all that. In Thunderbolts, Tiamat, which is the Dreaming Celestial from the Eternals film, has been transformed into the island Genosha, which serves as the home of mutants in Marvel Comics. So that'll happen in that. Mm-hmm. The Thunderbolts will venture to the island in their film in search of adamantium. Sentry will reportedly first appear as a member of the Thunderbolts team. Now, Sentry is supposed to be the villain of the movie. Superman-like character. They could get Henry Cavill to play him. I'm just saying. But yeah, but he will be a member of the Thunderbolts team. And throughout the film, he will start hearing voices, and he'll lose his mind, leaving the Thunderbolts having to stop him at all costs. So he's going to go crazy. Yeah. And apparently he is created by Val.
It's like a Sephiroth type thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. You don't know what that is. Never mind.
I disagreed because why not? Yeah, I'm excited. Psychopathic, kind of like Homelander. Is what it reminds me of, except Homelander doesn't hear voices in his head. Whatever, he might. I don't know. But he probably does. He does talk to himself in mirrors a lot. And like his mirror self responds to him. It's weird. I don't know. Anyway,
I think it's funny because it's just like, dude, this guy's like just
nuts.
He's nuts, and it made me laugh.
Yeah, that's some Thunderbolts information. I'm excited for Thunderbolts. That news, like the story sounds fun. They said it's like an Avengers: Age of Ultron level story, and I guess they're sending the Thunderbolts to get the adamantium because Val doesn't want to get her hands dirty or whatever. And they'll probably fight some mutants. I won't be surprised.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested. Thunderbolts comes out next year. No, not next year. 2 years from now. 2025.
Yeah.
It's the movie right before Fantastic Four.
Yeah, which I'm I'm very, very excited for.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so excited. I forgot to even talk for a minute.
Wow. I have another screenshot here about a movie that for a while we didn't think it was going to be made. And now some listings of casting and stuff makes it seem like it is. But hopefully it'll be better based off this news. Eternals 2. And here's some news that we get for that. It'll be based off the Judgment Day comic. Now, Judgment Day was where the Eternals fought like the Avengers and the X-Men, and it was like this huge giant thing. It wasn't the best book because the writing was weird, but it was a good story. The story was interesting. But it's going to be much more cosmic based compared to the first film. Chloe Zhao is not yet attached and may not return for the sequel, which is the director.
Yeah. I kind of hope not. I don't know. First Eternal, I don't know. I've gotten to the point now where it's not awful, but I have no desire to rewatch it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just not really that memorable.
Yeah. And to make these characters memorable, they needed to make an amazing sequel. And I think they could do that if Chloe Zhao wasn't directed. I don't think Chloe Zhao could do any cosmic kind of stuff anyway. Her stuff's always like down to earth, kind of like cinema. What's the word? Cinema. That's not cinematographic. That's not a word.
Cinematographic.
The cinematography in her stuff is always very, very natural lighting and all that. In space, you can't do that. Otherwise, it'll just be pitch black darkness.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see. That's just a rumor, though, coming from Daniel RPK. But yeah, Eternals 2 possibly happening. Because I think the first one ended, if I'm not mistaken, it ended with Blade in the after credit scene, the voice of Blade. Which is like the most hyped thing from that movie. And then it also had the Celestial like parting the sky and bringing the three of the Eternals or whatever up into space. It was like, we'll leave Earth alone for now, and if they pass my test, then I will not come. But if they don't, then I will come and enact judgment or whatever he said. It seems like everyone hates Earth in all of Marvel. Anyway, the Guardians hate Earth. They're like, oh, Earth. I'm like, freaking Quill hates Earth, and he's a human.
Yeah, or no, he hates it.
Yeah. But next up here is also something cosmic related. We got news back in September, I think, talking about that Nova is they're making a Nova project, and the news came out that it was going to be a special presentation. That has changed now. It is going to be a movie.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Yes. A Nova movie. Now, I guess this will deal with... we haven't really seen much of the Nova Corps since Thanos. Thanos destroyed Xandar for the Power Stone.
Yeah.
And so I guess now maybe the story will be they get Nova as their like protector. Because maybe the Guardians are no more, right? After Guardians 3. So they'll have Nova as their protector in case something happens again. And he'll turn into the cosmic protector or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way. I feel like that's logical.
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
Yeah. I don't know much about Nova, though. I've seen like pictures of him, but I've never really read a book with him in it, or I don't think I've seen him in anything either. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I've played him a lot in the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 game. That's kind of it.
That's right. Actually, I played as him when I whooped you in Marvel vs. Capcom in that tournament.
Yeah.
And oh man, I should really post that video. Anyway. Nova movie, actually. Excited for that. Here's news that's very exciting. RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., has had talks to appear in Avengers Secret Wars and a cameo in the upcoming Armor Wars movie.
Yeah.
Now the cameo will probably be a flashback, I would think. Maybe a flashback between him and Rhodey.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. And then Secret Wars as well. Which, I mean, if he comes back for Secret Wars, I mean, also Scarlett Johansson, Chris Evans. I mean, Chris Evans will, I don't know who he'll play. He'll play Captain America and Human Torch.
But I think they can do it.
Unless they bring in Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch in that case.
Dude, like...
Then it'll still be confusing because come on.
Bring in Michael B. Jordan, Chris Evans as both Captain America and Human Torch, and Michael B. Jordan as Human Torch.
Exactly. Let's make it super confusing. Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Tony Stark. I'm for it. I mean, I would be for it any day. Like, I remember I was like during Spider-Man Far From Home, the only thing I could think watching that was like, man, I miss Iron Man. And I'm still like, I mean, it's not as relevant now. I mean, it's a few years ago happened, but still sometimes I'll be watching, I'll be like, man, I miss Iron Man.
I know.
I watched Miss Marvel and I was like, I know
that was like his favorite.
Yeah.
But Iron will live forever. So
can't forget about Captain Marvel. I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah, all three of her fans. I guess.
Exactly. But yeah, I thought that was worth mentioning. It was just a rumor, though. This is also a rumor, but apparently being talked about by a bunch of leakers that Ben Affleck has had talks with Marvel Studios to play a character named Dario Agger in an upcoming project, rumored to be Miss Marvel Season 2.
Well, I hear Dare. I'm like, what? Daredevil? Excuse me?
No, Dario Agger in Miss Marvel Season 2. Ben Affleck in Miss Marvel Season 2. That'll make me want to watch it right there.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Let me look up who Dario Agger is so I can see it. Oh, he's a giant Minotaur. What? He is the Minotaur is his villain name. He's the Lord of Roxxon. He's the owner of Roxxon Energy. President of the multinational energy company Roxxon Energy.
Huh. Okay.
He is a Greek entrepreneur, industrialist, media proprietor, investor. He's the CEO of the company. He secretly sold his soul to be a literal Minotaur. He's also a lead member of the Dark Council who plan to conquer the 10 realms of Asgard.
Okay, I thought...
He's like Greek themed. He's a Thor villain at some point.
I'm into it.
Ben Affleck playing it. He'll have a quote from him in a comic. He says, "This world is a maze of money and power in which human beings lose themselves. They live their lives in the labyrinth. And I am the Minotaur." Because like in Greek mythology or whatever, there's the labyrinth and inside's the Minotaur and you have to escape, otherwise he murders you or something like that.
That's pretty cool. I'm into it.
Yeah. It'll definitely make Miss Marvel Season 2 better than the first season, even though it's not that hard to do.
Yeah, it's not that
hard. Liv Tyler is in talks to return as Betty Ross. But not just Betty Ross. She will turn into the Red She-Hulk.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know, only just the other years, like a couple years ago, is when I found out Red She-Hulk was a thing.
I've heard of Red She-Hulk, but like...
I guess it makes sense if she's the daughter of the Red Hulk now. I mean, maybe she...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense, but I'm a little upset at the fact that we'll get all these other Hulks besides like the real Hulk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I feel like that's coming soon. Like when we talked about She-Hulk, it seemed like Hulk was kind of bulking up and he's doing more hulky things than he was in like Endgame.
Yeah.
Like I've rewatched Endgame recently. And we're watching that scene where they see the like Hulk from the first Avengers movies smashing cars and being up Chitauri, and then Captain America looks back and says, "Hulk, maybe smash a few things along the way," and then he just walks out and just starts like, I'm just like, I get this supposed to be like funny at the time. At the time, I mean, it was funny. It was like an interesting thing. I mean, I didn't think it would last this long.
I don't know. I was kind of. Well, I mean, it's such a big change. I mean, I didn't want it to like just be pointless.
Yeah,
but like.
Like with Thor, kind of.
It's all like, okay, we kind of have a talking Hulk, and that's She-Hulk, and not to mention that I think everybody kind of forgets that, like Hulk talked a lot in Ragnarok.
Yeah, I think that was the best Hulk in my opinion.
That's the best we've ever seen of Hulk. Yeah. That and the first two Avengers movies.
It's the most we've ever seen of Hulk too. I saw his butt in that movie.
I know, right? I mean, see some Hulk butt, and I mean it's immediately cheeks. It's immediately a 10 out of 10.
Sure.
But maybe that's why I like Ragnarok. I wonder if Hulk wasn't in it, we wouldn't like it. Yeah, because
probably.
Love and Thunder had no Hulk. That movie sucked. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
You've thrown that out there many times. All right.
True.
Next up here, I'm gonna before I read this news, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then I'll get into it. Who do you think is the villain of Avengers: Secret Wars?
I mean, Kang, I guess.
You're half right. The villain is actually a character called the Beyonder, which, if anyone's read the Secret Wars comics, he is the villain of Secret Wars.
Oh.
He's the one that causes this whole multiversal issue. Mm-hmm. But he will be played by Jonathan Majors, and he will be one of the Kang variants, the ultimate Kang variant.
Oh, okay.
The Beyonder.
The Beyonder.
I need to read Secret Wars. I don't know how. I think I can read it on like a Marvel Unlimited or something.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways to read Secret Wars. I need to though.
Yeah, there's two different ones. One's from the 80s and one more recent. And I heard they're both good. The more recent one has Doctor Doom at the front as the villain.
Yeah, I would read the classic. I mean, that's not easy.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what it's based off of, I'm gonna have to. But yeah, the Beyonder is supposedly the villain of Secret. A lot of people are mad that he's a Kang variant.
Cool.
Because he's not supposed to be. But I'm like, I mean, for the story, I guess it makes sense. If Kang's supposed to be the big bad, then why would they have some other random dude?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
I'm like, is he not a Kang? Okay, guess he's not.
Nope, he's just some white guy with a fancy silver suit or something like that, or white. I don't know. I have to look at a picture of him to see. Anyway, what if season 2?
Yeah.
I think I ranked it low from what I remember in my thing. I don't hate What If. It's not like my favorite thing. I think it's a really interesting prospect. I like the What If comic books, and so I mean, I think the show was all right. They had a lot of they had a lot of okay episodes, and they had some really good episodes. And I've been really interested in season 2 because rumor has it that they're going to have
a lot of it is kind of like just weird, random, like, what if Thor was an only child? It's like, okay, I get. I mean, I hate it because that's like one of my favorite episodes, but it's kind of a weird one. It's like, okay, I guess that's a interesting what if.
Yeah,
I guess. And
I think one of the episodes in season 2 was rumored to be is a fight between Odin and the Mandarin, and is an ancient battle.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because I don't hear nothing like, what if T'Challa had Hawkeye's? It was like Hawkeye or something. It's like, okay, it'd be something just doesn't really make sense.
Yeah,
it's just kind of pointless. But I mean, I think season 2 will bring in better ideas, because I think season 1 is just kind of like an introduction, like a basic, you know what I'm saying, kind of get started. But then it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to wait a bit, because What If season 2 has been pushed back to an unknown date in 2024.
Dang, that's a good while.
Yeah. It was supposed to be this year. Early this year, from what I remember, but that's now not happening. They've been talking about the shows, right? The 3 shows that Disney have advertised for 2023 are Ironheart, Loki season 2, and Secret Invasion. But there's no talks of X-Men 97,
weird.
Which was supposed to be out this year, which could have got pushed back next year. Wouldn't be surprised, and I know they're reevaluating some animation stuff, so there's a possibility. I mean, it could get.
Hope not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm currently in the middle of rewatching the X-Men animated series.
That's good.
I think I'm at the end of season 1. I'm balancing that with some other shows that I'm watching.
I'm currently on my 4th rewatch of Spider-Man MTV series.
I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you.
No, after this 5th one, or I'm on my 5th one actually. Sorry. After this one, I'm stuck to what to do next. I don't know if I want to do with
Somebody's copyright. Sorry. No copyright. Sing it off key.
Somebody save me. There.
Yeah, there you
go. I don't know. I'm a bit. I don't know what to go for next. Should I go for something I've never seen, like Spider-Man Unlimited, or should I watch the '90s show entirely, or rewatch Spectacular Spider-Man,
or just stop watching Spider-Man stuff? Or just get a life. No.
I need to catch up on stuff. I don't know. I thought about watching the Earth's Mightiest Heroes show.
That'd be fun.
I heard that's like incredible.
I got one last piece of Marvel news here. And that is a release month for Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion will be releasing in May. I thought it was being like March.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So it's releasing the same month as Guardians.
Yeah, I guess it got delayed.
It may have for reshoots or something. Or just to fill in spots for some other shows that may have got pushed back. That means we're going to get 3 shows in the summer, I think. Well, no, Ironheart might be fall. But we're getting Loki in the summer, and now we're getting Secret Invasion in the summer. I guess Loki will be like right after Invasion ends.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the Marvel.
Yeah, pretty
of stuff. Yeah. I'm going to go a little fast through some of these DC things real quick. In the 7 minutes we have in this meeting. Because, we've talked about it many, many times that Zoom hates us and only lets us record for 40 minutes before we have to start a new meeting, and it's a hassle. Anyway, we've talked a lot about an HBO Max Green Lantern show. The original rumor was that it was a Guy Gardner show. And then it came out that it was a Green Lantern Corps show. And then I think last episode we talked about it. Turns out it was a what's the Jon Stewart Green Lantern show?
Yeah.
And then news came out. We also talked about that it got canceled. Well, happy to confirm that James Gunn came out and said that the HBO Max Green Lantern show has not been canceled, despite previous rumors claiming the contrary.
That's good.
So I don't know what that means then. Is it going to be a part of his stuff now, or I don't know. I don't see it being a part. If it's not going to be out this year, and this year's the last year of like this DCEU type stuff. Next year starts the DCU, and so I don't know. I guess we'll find out, or maybe they're just waiting to cancel it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
once the Flash comes out and bombs, they're going to be like, "Oh, Green Lantern's canceled."
I think that movie's on bomb.
I think it will as well. It seems apparent. Well, I got some screenshots I'll read later on. Warner Brothers doesn't think that.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that later. DC Studios will announce part. They said part, a very small part, is what James Gunn said, of their 8 to 10 year plan for DC Studios and DC in general. So this could be, I guarantee one of them is Superman.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll get the title for Superman and maybe some information. I don't know who's playing Superman. Hey, I don't know. Maybe.
I'd like to.
And I don't know if they're doing casting right now or not.
It was a rumor that his name's like Wolfgang Nevada, something like that.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. I was like, what? Mozart? No,
it's like Bach. I was like, Wolfgang Bach.
I would not be surprised because we know the way they're doing this DC Studios thing now is you're going to have movies, you're going to have shows, You're gonna have some animation, and then you're gonna have a couple video games here and there. It's now it's not like what we originally thought was like all the video games now are going to be part of this universe. It's more just like you're gonna have your Arkham games, for example, and you're gonna have your Suicide Squad game, and that's all different. And they still make stuff like that, and it's not in that universe. But then they'll release a game that's like, oh, a movie tie-in game, and that's probably gonna be a big thing. Modern movie tie-in games sounds kind of cool to me.
Yeah, maybe they're good this time. I don't know.
Hopefully, but yeah, they could announce a game. You never know. I don't know if that's.
That would be.
I don't know if they'll start with games or they'll might introduce them a little bit later on. But 100% though, I believe Superman is one of them that they were announced.
Yeah.
Maybe Batman, but I don't see that happening right off because of the Batman. But
yeah, the Batman.
Yeah. Green Lantern, maybe. Wonder Woman, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's rough. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have a leak. It wasn't really a leak, actually. I shouldn't say that. It was a reveal, but not. I don't know how to classify this. The actress who played Batgirl posted a picture of her suited up, but it's not the suit that we saw in the original pictures. It's her. She gets a second. She was going to get a second suit in the movie, and it was a picture of that, her in that suit. Have you seen this?
I have seen it.
Yeah. It's very, very comic accurate.
Yeah, very.
And looking at it now, I'm upset.
Because we could have gotten something amazing.
Yeah, and then there's also a picture that was released of her with Brendan Fraser's Firefly, or his stunt double, which no one knows. But He's sitting there, just tall,
very tall.
Yeah, so they're looking at this, but wait, man, it's not gonna come to fruition. Obviously, movie's been canceled, but I feel like it would have been good. It would have been out last year.
Yeah, it would have been. It's a shame, honestly.
Yep. They can still utilize it, though. I mean, it wouldn't be messed up to have her come in as Batgirl eventually in the DCU now. Her movie never came out, so it's not canon to anything.
Yeah. I remember, when everyone was talking about the whole, I can't believe what do you call it? Michael Keaton's Batman was going to be in it, and alongside with Flash, it was going to be super confusing.
Yeah, and there was the picture of Robin that came on the wall and over.
Yeah, it didn't look like Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah,
it's gonna force.
Yeah. Next up here, okay, so there's a tie-in comic series right now called Riddler Year One. It spins off of the Batman. I've read the first issue; it's pretty interesting. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I guess it's because it's only the first issue and unraveling mystery and all that. I haven't read the second one or the third one. I think the third one might be out. I don't know though. But according to the Riddler tie-in comic, I don't know if it's second or third one, whatever it is. Metropolis exists in the Matt Reeves universe.
Interesting.
Which means that Superman probably exists in the Batman universe.
Do you will ever see Superman?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I do not think that. I don't think they'd have another Superman outside of their main Superman.
Well, I would have another Batman outside their main Batman.
Well, that's because I don't know. Yeah, they always have multiple. They always have all these different Batmans all the time.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. This is my only excuse.
I thought you were just the guy that knew everything. So I just
no. You think I know stuff? I get my information from leakers.
Not credible leakers at that.
Most of them are credible. Anyway, I think all of them are credible. I think I've sometimes had like a few pieces of news that turns out not to be real. But that's the gamble. That's why I always say grain of salt.
Yeah. Who told you to say that? Me.
Myself. I'm
all like, yeah, make sure it's a grain of salt.
Anyway, James Gunn came out. People are concerned that Warner Brothers is going to have their hands on the DCU and they're going to mess it up. James Gunn came out and said, our position is different than what it was with Zack Snyder. He said the only studio interference would be from us.
Dang.
So they said Warner Brothers has no say in anything that James Gunn is doing. News had come out, and that kind of leads into the next thing here, screenshots, about the Flash, that some Warner Brothers execs are reportedly now with the idea of continuing with Ezra Miller playing the Flash in the years ahead following their mental health treatment. They've been good. Ezra Miller has been doing well since his whole summer thing, and he's going through mental health treatment and all that. And they said they wouldn't be against the idea of keeping him as the Flash. James Gunn came out and said that he has no idea what that's all about, but that makes it seem like that's not happening.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, because they don't have any say in this. That's the execs, but only people that have say in what's going on is Peter Safran and James Gunn.
Yeah,
they're the ones in charge. So, rest assured, everybody. There's rumors coming out something about Wonder Woman, and I've been posting about it on Twitter because it seems like everyone's freaking out. Someone posted an article saying that Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman will not be in James Gunn's DCU plan. And then it seems like everyone twisted that into saying that Wonder Woman will not be a part of his plan. I mean, obviously that's stupid. Why wouldn't Wonder Woman be a part of?
Yeah. I never saw any of that. The only thing I saw was like
all over Twitter,
like his first 3 years or whatever.
It was all over Twitter. I said that I kept seeing it. People talking about, so I had to keep responding to people.
I guess it was a PlayStation week for me. I guess it wasn't it was a comic book week on Twitter.
But James Gunn did come out and say that that is completely false. All that rumors going around, and we said it before. We'll say it again. The only people that know what's going on at DC Studios
is Saffron
and James Gunn.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was going to be like, who's the other guy? Because I was thinking about, I already said James Gunn.
Yeah. We also have another piece of Flash news. We're getting a trailer. I don't know if I talked about it last episode, but we are getting a trailer for it at the Super Bowl.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, for the Flash. Warner Brothers' enthusiasm for the Flash movie is the highest it's been for a superhero film since the Dark Knight trilogy, according to Variety.
Okay, I'm so glad you said this because they say this with every one of their movies. Do they say this freaking like Black Adam?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw a thing. It's all like test screenings for the Flash went very well. So I'm just like, okay, you said that for Black. I mean, I like Black Adam. All right, it's just. Not everyone did, but I don't want to.
We have more Flash news. The movie will feature a version of the Justice League that is, quote, not the powerful Justice League that we all know, confirms director Andy Muschietti.
What's that supposed to mean?
Another version of the Justice League, who are, I guess, wimps. I don't know. Well, I did see a toy leak, and it got me a little hyped. But the only thing I'm hyped for is this. It was a toy from the movie coming to Flash, but no one cares about him right now because it was Michael Keaton's Batman, his little action figure, and then his Batwing ship. And I'm like, I'll only watch the movie for that. I got to see Michael Keaton flying around in the Batwing.
Yeah, I saw that toy. Like I thought it was like a different toy, like of like a character we haven't seen yet. Isn't it like a character we haven't seen yet or something like that?
No, I don't think that was real.
Yeah, no.
Those images, I don't think they weren't real because I've seen no one talk about that.
No, they were at. Yeah,
well, it's probably Supergirl who they marked out then if it was real, but I haven't seen anything.
Well, no, because it showed. Maybe it was Supergirl. I know they blurred out a character at like DC Fandom when that was like a thing.
It might have been Supergirl because they hadn't announced that yet. I still don't think have they. Now I don't even think they've actually officially announced Supergirl yet. We just have leaks that we know of her.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I may be wrong. Let us know.
Yeah.
This next piece of news got me Oh, hyped. Oh my gosh. I read this and I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, so you are aware that I've watched most of the CW superhero shows because I was into Arrow when it was on, and I got into Flash right when it first came on. I watched like a season of Legends of Tomorrow, and then once season 2 started, I was like, this is lame. And then I watched like a couple episodes of Batwoman. I watched Superman and Lois and Stargirl, and I think that's all the shows that I can think of. Or Supergirl, but I watched bits and pieces, more just crossover stuff. Anyway, news came out. Flash has its final season this year.
Yeah.
The end of the Arrowverse. And news came out, confirmation that Arrow star Stephen Amell will be returning as Oliver Queen / the Green Arrow in the Flash season 9 for an episode. Now, spoilers for a 3-4-year-old thing. He's dead. So I don't know how this is gonna work. But
he's been, I guess, multiverse. I don't know.
No, there's no multiverse now, I don't think. After Crisis.
Okay, well, Flash can go back in time.
Back in time, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But he did turn into the Spectre at the end of Crisis, or in Crisis at the beginning. Maybe I don't remember. But so he could come back that way. But I feel like it's a good send off. Bring back the guy who started it all. To send off the CW universe.
Yeah, I agree.
Is there a future where James Gunn maybe tries to revive what was on CW?
No, that's honestly, for someone that doesn't watch CW, that question's not really for me. It's honestly more for you. I mean,
well, yeah, it was more like a rhetorical, but also like, I mean, could you see something like that happening? Because as much as people dog on the CW shows, there is a giant fan base for them.
Yeah, I know there is. I can see it maybe happening.
I don't know.
But that's like a 20% chance of happening, if not lower.
Maybe he'll cast Grant Gustin as the Flash.
I wouldn't mind that.
I wish. That guy probably doesn't want to play Flash anymore. He's like 9 years of the. Dude's been playing it for like almost how long? Like Captain America. Chris Evans played Captain America.
Yeah,
almost. Yeah, I thought I mentioned that. Green Arrow coming back in The Flash. James Gunn has begun writing an unannounced TV show for DC Studios. If he's writing it, I believe this will be one of the projects that gets revealed. But what it is, I was going to ask if you have any maybe thoughts about what it could be. Who could get their own TV show that would start the DCU?
Trying to think here.
Peacemaker. No.
I would like it. I want Peacemaker.
I don't think we're getting that.
Ever?
I mean, maybe not. I don't know. It depends on what he does with this DCU, if he brings in his Suicide Squad or not. But that show was supposed to be filming this year, but we've heard nothing about it, so I don't think it's filming.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe first off, something I would like James Gunn to bring back is dang DC fandom. I think that'd be great.
I think that will happen this year because there's too much big stuff going on for it not to happen.
Too much big stuff, and not to mention, he can make it really good.
Yeah.
And,
hosted by James Gunn.
Yeah, hosted by James Gunn, and you got Matt Reeves on there.
Yeah,
and announced a whole new. They announced nothing but new Watchmen stuff. Yeah, I'll be very excited.
Watchmen by Matt Reeves.
Watchmen, dude, that would be freaking amazing. Matt Reeves doing Watchmen. Ooh,
that would be really cool.
That would be cool.
See, we should be in charge of a movie studio. We think of the stuff like that. It's just a joke.
Mm-hmm. And it should work. But sorry, what was your question? What's the show?
Who do you think could get a TV show this early on? Like, this is like first year of.
I think Plastic Man.
Really? I didn't think that. That's not what I thought. I was still thinking Green Lantern. I don't know. It could be a lot of people, really, but I think he'll start it off with the core Justice League members.
Yeah, but I think but having I think Plastic Man could work.
I think a Hawkman show would be pretty cool. Something.
I would rather have a Hawk.
Martian Manhunter. That would work.
Hmm.
Who else? Let me think. Maybe Flash. I don't know if Flash or Green Arrow. I'd love a Green Arrow show,
Yeah.
like comic book. Oh, with the little
Man, I think because you want to put like the main members of the Justice League, you want to make them have their own movies. But if you're gonna do a show, I'd say do like a cool like side character. You know what I'm saying?
The Atom would be a cool one.
Hey, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that'd be good. I want to stick with Plastic Man. I think that'd be a good one to start off with. Right. That's what it is. It's most likely not, but that's what I would like it to be.
All right, and that, my friend, concludes the DC news. And now it's gaming time, of which you are going to take the helm because.
Dude, well, I mean, pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna say all new stuff that's happened over break because there's a lot of fantastic Marvel's Avengers outfits that did come out.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
that new Hawkeye one. I don't know if you're gonna talk about that, but that was nice.
Yeah. You talking about the bird one?
No, the one that they just revealed the other day.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one. I'll also talk about the new Iron Man one they did. Invincible Iron Man. Iron Man's new Prime Armor outfit draws its inspiration from the Invincible comic run that put Tony in the shiny new suit. So this is just called what's this called? It's just called Invincible, and it's a pretty decent suit. I mean, I was never really a big fan of this Iron Man suit, but I know it has a big fan base. So I'm very happy people got.
It looks a lot like the Iron Man suit I'm used to seeing in like modern comics right now.
Yeah, that's what he's wearing currently, and a new Hawkeye outfit rising the marketplace. Inspired by his look in the Secret Avengers comics, Hawkeye's modern outfit depicts the suit he wore in this time, leading the new lineup of heroes. So this is more of a modern Hawkeye outfit. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, yeah, I'm telling you, man, dude, I don't know what they're on recently, man, but dude, they're killing it with these outfits.
Did you see the interview with the guy? I don't know who he worked for, Crystal Dynamics, I think, or something. I'd sent it to you. Casual Avenger had posted it.
Yeah. You said I didn't get to. I didn't get to look through it yet.
Okay, I can talk about it. He was in an interview. A guy. It was like a documentary about Crystal Dynamics, and they started talking about Marvel's Avengers for a section of it, and they talked about how they had to completely change their Tomb Raider engine to a multiplayer thing, and they talk about all that, and they talk about how when they're taking on this Marvel IP, they were really excited when they released the game. They thought it was ready, but then they realized, oh wait, there's this and there's this, and that obviously that's all the glitches, and it put a bad taste in everyone's mouth. And they said that they are still constantly thinking of things to put in the game to make stuff, while also making and fixing stuff that they messed up on originally in the game, and they're still constantly thinking of new stuff to add. And I'm like. But they said that it's mainly because there's so much fan demand for new stuff. His exact words, or maybe not exact, but most like this. He said that fans, every time they release something new, whether it be Hawkeye, he said the Hawkeyes, so I guess Kate and Clint, or Wakanda, he said that fans are always asking, all right, what's next? All right, what's next? All right, what's next? And he said that means that there is demand for this game, and he said that that's what drives them, the demand. And I'm like, so is this game canceled or not? Please.
Yeah, I honestly, I think Marvel's Avengers has a supply and demand issue right now with the fact that I haven't looked at charts recently of players recently, but I've noticed more people have been appreciating the game. Well, for one, everybody loves the outfits, what they've been doing, because they've just been incredible. Like I mean,
yes, the design team need a raise.
Yeah, they need a raise for that. Great job.
Honestly, they probably don't have the money to give them a raise.
They probably don't. It's a big supply and demand issue right now, where people want to demand more stuff, but they don't have enough people to like give them what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2023. I mean, it would be pretty cool if we got 4 heroes out. That would be pretty nice. Because that's the
I don't
thing.
see it happening though.
It'd be interesting. I mean, hey, I guess another year for Marvel's Avengers. I guess that's a bright side to it. But
Yeah.
I think they do need a rework of those other 2 heroes. I think those would be big waste. Like I'd much rather have War Machine than Ironheart, and someone different from Shuri. I mean, I was against it, but now I'm more like, we could maybe do Shuri. But I think Ironheart would be a terrible choice. I think we need to go for War Machine.
I think so as well.
I would just be a better choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I what does Miller say? Hey, send it to Miller and we'll ask him. That's what we'll do. Okay.
I'm looking just to see if there's any kind of news or whatever. There is this isn't really like news regarding stuff, but PlayStation did come out and say that December was the biggest month ever for PS5 console sales, bringing the total to more than 30 million units sold worldwide. Shortage is officially over.
Yeah.
PS5. So if you don't have a PS5 now, you just don't want one.
Yeah, you don't want it or you're just mad.
Or you're broke. No, that's not mean. You don't have any money.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, if you don't have one, it's there's no way you're like trying to get one and you just haven't gotten it. I mean, that's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, PlayStation Direct, you just download Hot Stock and just, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's simple as that.
Yeah. Is that all the gaming stuff?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess that's that. We can go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Trying to think. Yes. Actually, this is kind of gaming related.
Yeah.
Me and you had talked about this, and I think we agreed that it would be a good thing to do. We can talk about gaming for a very long time if we wanted to.
Yeah.
And I'd like to broaden our horizons, not just with superhero games, but like the big games at the time, right? Like stuff we want, like we're interested in or whatever. And this year, a lot of games are coming out. I think I talked to you about this of a spin-off series that would kind of go along with the big 3. We can call it Extra Beef, Comic Burrito, and then whatever this other series will be of gaming stuff. And this is where we could review shows like the Last of Us show that's coming out and get into this more gaming stuff. And it would give us a little bit more room in the normal episodes like this to not talk about gaming stuff and just save that for that series. And here we have more time to talk about superhero stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
do you want to go ahead and say that that's in the works?
That is, yeah. No. I've heard really. I know me and you are very excited for the Last of Us show. Yeah. We want to talk about that a lot. It's something I really want to do because I've always been a big gamer in my life, and so I'm really excited to do this. Yeah, so a gaming series TBD title. We'll let you guys know really soon. I mean, The Last of Us comes out next week, so I mean, it might not be then. We'll give it a week, but we'll see. Let you guys know. Also, check out the Arkham Files Season 2, which is now. Oh well, when you're hearing this, it won't be out, but it'll be out Wednesday. And we're very excited for you to hear the new season. It's finally here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Burrito is back. Ready to take on anything.
Yeah. Until we get canceled, which I don't think. I hope we don't have. This guy's takes are trash. Canceled. L.
Ratio.
Yeah, we're gonna get ratioed. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and end this stuff. Thank you all so much for joining us for this episode. If you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact me on Instagram at DarienH4404. That's DARIENH 4404, or on Facebook at the Comic Book Burrito : official page. Or on Instagram again at the comic book burrito _official, or on Twitter at the CB Burrito. Capital C, capital B in burrito.
Yeah, you can let me at Smart_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Love to chat with everyone. Saw new leaks about the Ninja Turtles movie, and I'm very excited to talk about that with people on Twitter. Yeah.
With that being said, we are going to go ahead and go ahead. Oh, gosh. It's been a year, all right? I'm just kidding. Let's try that again. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Excelsior!